Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, how is
Hi.
everyone?
I
Today we
mean,
have a special treat. We have a special host. This is Lady Sif's tale.
yeah,
Um,
that's her
for
butt
those
right
that,
there.
for those who can't see us, my cat has decided to join us today. She's very cute. This is her.
She is adorable. Look at her.
She's playing
How
with the
cool is
mic.
our intro? Like, I am sorry, but like our intro goes hard. Our
It
intro
does go
goes
hard.
hard. And
I'm super excited. I love it.
it is very exciting. I like that I love me some wrestling. And if
Yes.
like when you're coming in, when you're about to go in the ring and you're come out the platform, your intro, your music has to go as hard as you do. If your intro doesn't go hard and you don't go hard for your intro, the fans won't care. The
Then what
fans
are we
won't
doing?
care.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you're
So
not doing that, then what are you doing?
something wrong. That's what.
That's right. How's everything going for you? How's everything? How's all the
everything
good
is
stuff?
everything is good. Everything is good. But I do want to take a moment since you mentioned
Mm-hmm. I
that
did
our friend Sif is around, right?
too.
If you
Mm-hmm.
want to go check out what is going on, please go check out our YouTube channel. We are posting the unedited episodes of Is That an Owl Bear on our YouTube channel. Because I do a little bit of editing on the audio for the podcast. So if you want to go and see and check out all the shenanigans that happen unedited, maybe a little bit of editing here and there, but it's unedited. I mean, at the beginning and at the end, just the bookmarks. Just let it go. Anyways, go check it
She's
out. It's
good.
on our
She's good.
YouTube channel. I
It's
try.
it's in our YouTube channel for Is That an Owl Bear? An official, not an official. We're not an official anything. Is That an Owl Bear? A
Nothing.
D&D podcast.
That's what that's
We're
what that was.
official in our hearts. I am
And in our
DM
minds.
Joe. In our minds, sometimes. No, in my mind, I'm not officially anything.
No, no.
I'm DM Joe.
And I'm Christina. I suffer from imposter syndrome almost every day.
Yes. You're gonna see she does, but she shouldn't because she's fantastic. You're gonna see me
Thank you.
fidgeting a lot if you're watching us on YouTube because the cat's just like, let me move the mic, let me move the light, let me move. But I
This
don't
is
want to
my
send her
house.
away.
This is my
Mm-hmm.
space. I work here. I'm the co-host.
Cat. I'm gonna hold the mic here now. Um,
Sif.
she's great. Just lay down. Calm down. She's loving the mic. I think she misses you. I don't know why the
Oh.
mic would have anything to do with you because I can only hear you in my
Yes.
ears. But yeah.
Oh well.
She's calmed down. So I'm glad you're well. I'm well too. I'm a little
Good. I
tired
didn't
today.
ask. I'm sorry.
I know it's fine. It's fine. I'm
We're
the
best
boring guy with the
friends.
facts. Yeah, I'm the foreign guy with the facts. You're the fun girl who. Woo.
I know
So
that you
we
said
appreciate that.
facts,
Yes,
FACT.
that's what I said.
However,
You
I
heard.
have I heard facts with an X, and I'm like, we're not that old. But also, in this country, can you believe that my doctors still expect me to fax them things? Like, but
That's
well,
what.
you can like they will fax me
Why?
prescriptions, or they expect to get a faxed uh referral, and I'm like, why are you using faxes? Why are faxes?
It's almost like, why are you in the Stone Age? I'm sorry. I
I
said
am
what I said.
for real. And I mentioned this to my mother, and she was like, pero mami, obviously. And I'm like, no, not obviously. We have the internet. We
Yes.
have the internet, not obviously.
I really hate
Sorry.
how things like aren't up to par technology wise.
It's
Like
so
how
stressful.
how there's so much push for technology to be like it's such a big part of everybody's lives, and then there's still like you go to the government, it's like you need to manually fill out this form.
Like the government, the US government low key might have said, hey, there could be a mothership in our solar system. And I am a believer. Do not come for me. But if we are at that point, why am I faxing you shit?
Glad that we know that you're a believer. Just on
The
aliens,
truth is
not flat
out there.
earthing. The truth is out there.
Yeah, facts. Facts. I know the earth is round. You can fight me on it. You will lose. Go on.
Who's gonna fight you on it?
I
Like
don't know if
introduce this
you're I'm sorry, friends. If I'm sorry, respectfully, if you believe that the earth is flat, I don't think that this is the podcast for you.
Either, neither. No, no, you're Steve. If you believe the earth is flat, you're a Steve.
Bye. Bye, Steve. Bye. Hydrate on the way out.
Oh, wow.
This is
That
a
being
D&D
said,
podcast.
that being said, speaking about flat earths and
Yes.
other lack of
No.
science knowledge, how do you
What?
feel about high magic and low magic settings in D&D? Do you know what the difference is? Do you want a little refresher? That was a mediocre segue. Mediocre at best.
You did
I'll
your
give
best.
myself a 6.
You did
a
your
6.
best.
5.5. 5.
You did your best.
5 out of 10. So how do you feel about low magic, high magic? Do you
I don't know
the
what the difference is. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't.
Okay.
I
So,
do not understand.
A couple of questions that you can always ask yourself as a dungeon master or as a player. First of all, but before I even get into that, players should determine if they want to play high magic, low magic in session 0. It sets the pace because there is a big difference. Like say you go to a city and all of the electricity is powered by light spells, high magic. Say you go, say there's like
Okay.
4 different type of colleges of magic, high magic. Say that there's a cleric, like an actual healing cleric in the smaller towns, divine magic, in like even the rural areas of your world, high magic. It's just how much magic influences, because you can have like the wise sage healer, but that they use rather than like the counter to these 3 points that I said is there's no electricity and just torches in your D&D setting. That's low magic. Then you have rather than colleges of magic, there isn't any, or there's barely one, or it's just getting founded, or people don't even study magic because it's so rare. And rather than have divine healers per town, you have people who do herbs, medicine, like actual medicine type of situations.
Okay.
It's a little bit of how you see the different ways that you can present settings to players. And personally, give me the magic. Give me all the magic. Make me drown in magic. I like magic. I've played in low magic settings. But if it was always up to me specifically, 90% of the time, I'll pick a high magic setting.
Okay.
What about you? How do you feel about high magic, low magic?
I'm a very magical girl. If I could have my very own Sailor Moon intro in my life, I fucking would.
I see that for you.
Right?
Like I genuinely see that for you.
Are you fucking kidding me? If I just if in order to switch freaking outfits, I just have to do like a few little twirls and like maybe a little bit of twerking or some shit like that, and then boom, new outfit. I am here
okay,
for
She-Hulk.
Fuck yes.
Okay,
yes.
She-Hulk.
Call me Jennifer all day.
Okay.
Like I am Bruce's cousin. Anyways, but I personally think that playing a magical character too much fucking work. So I do not wish to put myself in an academic position when I am trying to fake it till I make it. Okay? That is how I go through life. That is partly my motto, and I apply that on my role playing. Don't come for me. Come for your mom. Like do not attack me. That's just how I do it. I enjoy playing and having a good time while I am playing. I do not want to be locked or like amarrada. I don't want to be dependent. She doesn't want the homework. I don't want the homework. I really don't. I don't want to be dependent of a book, whether in game or in real life, trying to figure out what the fuck it is I need to get done.
I have to say, in this specific thing that you're mentioning, it doesn't always, like, being tied to a book doesn't only apply to magic users. I've been playing with
that is true.
A couple of friends for a couple of years now, and originally they're a married couple, Edu and Gabi. Shout out, hi.
Hi.
Eduardo was the one I wanted to play, and Gabi has always said she is Penny. She describes herself as Penny, from Big Bang Theory. She's like, I don't understand what you're all doing. I'm here for the jokes, but she plays and she's enjoying it. And after years of playing, this character that she's playing now is one of the characters that she sat down and she said, I'm gonna read what my rogue
For
does, and I'm gonna
her.
rogue the shit out of things. And
Yeah.
she's rogue
Okay.
queening, she's doing it very well.
All
So I
right.
think rather than, yes, there is a lot more reading if you're playing a magic user. There's still reading to be
There's
had
still
for any
reading.
class.
There's still reading to be had for any class. That's true.
Yes.
And I think that the main reason, and I guess that I'm showing my ass at this point, like by that, I mean showing my ignorance. Truly, I think that that is one of the main reasons why I have kind of like gravitated towards other role playing games and not Dungeons and Dragons. Because I don't know what it is. Call it, I don't know, maybe it's a case of the tism, but you tell me you need to read this so that you understand. And I'll be like, no, I don't want to read it. Give me a sword. Like, you know, like
But here's the thing, like with fighters, for example, in fighters in 5e, they get like action surges and bonus attacks and extra damage, and which if you're not reading what your character's doing, you're not going to use any of that, and you'll be like, I hit it once. Meanwhile, like Eduardo, just like he's literally playing a rune knight fighter currently. A fighter rune knight is a subclass, and he gets like he gets like 560,000 attacks per round. No, he gets like 3, but he dual wields, so it becomes 6, and it's the whole thing. Like when it's his turn, it's like, okay, I attack.
Okay, so we're allocating 20 minutes for Eduardo.
Okay. And it's just like we're all just looking. He's like, I click. So we play in person, but with D&D Beyond, because it's very useful to have everything a click away. I think
respect.
you would benefit a lot from D&D Beyond, because you don't have to learn any math. You don't have to learn anything.
I like that.
You click. You're like, where does it say attack? Here, click. Okay, I did this much damage. Work.
That
so
is my best friend.
So basically it's there's always reading involved, but with magic casters there's always more reading. A friend of mine, Jose, was prepping for this session. He was like, you can tell I'm really into the story.
Friend. He's my friend too.
Yes, he's your friend too. I'm sorry.
Hi, Jose.
Okay. my bad. And he was like, you can tell when I'm really into the story at like, because there's peaks and valleys for absolutely everything. He's like, whenever the story's like really ramped up, I'm like checking out my spells absolutely every day, getting ready for the session, and I'm like,
he would. Jose has always been the studious one on the table.
We stand a prepared player.
We do, and by we, I mean, I'm not a dungeon master, but I know that Joe appreciates it, because I am not I am not that player. I do my homework, and this applies for any kind of academic setting. I will do my homework 20 minutes prior.
Did you just call Dungeons and Dragons an academic setting?
I said what I said.
Now there's elementary school, high school, college, university, and then Dungeons and Dragons. Correct. In that order, or where would you put Dungeons and Dragons? Between middle school and high school? Never mind.
The answer is yes to whatever you asked. Point is, like, honestly, if I didn't have Jose or Charlie's notes, I would be so fucked. If it wasn't for Jose actively reminding me what I have done years ago in game, because bless, he will not call me out like that in my real life. He would not. But for game,
someone should. What?
Listen, Do not come for me in this public setting. Go find somebody else to fight with. I'm a New Yorker. I will beat your ass.
You would win. You would win the fight. Hands down. I'm not gonna fight you. I'm scared. So
Point is, this is a very prepared player.
He is a very prepared player, and he's very good for high magic settings because he knows what to do and he'll ask the right questions. Because going to our little second topic of how we prefer to play, because today we're going to talk a little bit about how we prefer to play or how we've generally played. Doesn't mean we haven't tried other things or that we're knocking other ways of playing. It's just our table.
Right.
I am big on homebrew. Homebrew is making items outside of raw, which raw is rules as written. Right. So I really like giving people magic items and extra powers and just things that make them feel even special, the special-est, if I dare.
The goodest boys and girls and non-binary friends. Get your little star right here in the middle. Right here. You get it. Boop. You get a boop. You're special.
It's all about, I mean, it's not always about being the hero like that. The hero, like, it's not about being the chosen one. Sorry, not the hero, the chosen one. But it is about making the players feel that, you know, their actions are really mounting up and they're getting stronger, and it's not just based on what the book says. So give me my homebrew and give me my magic, and let's really like throw these powerful items at people and throw these powerful moments and give them the, just pump them up. Like, yes. I love it.
Like, since I spend a lot of my time on TikTok and I am on D&D Talk, the other day somebody, like, I stumbled upon this one Stitch TikTok of this person who, like, the original video was this person with this arm thing that had like spikes to the side, and then somebody else threw a watermelon and they sliced that shit with their forearm and the blades on their forearm. And then the person stitching it is like, look at me, here, look at me, look at me. Yes, your character can have that. And yes. I was like, yes.
Me, yes. literally me yesterday. Speak homebrew.
Adjusting my shirt.
Male, who's a very creative player, they were fighting aboleth spawns. Aboleth spawns.
I believe.
I believe I could fly. Anyway, they threw no. And they were also fighting water elementals.
Okay.
And she looked at her spells on her turn, and then she looked at me and she said, like, no. I was like, what? She was like, can I cast Destroy Water on the water elemental? And the rule as written would be no, because the water elemental is like a sentient creature. Like, it's not just water. It is like water. I don't want to say spirit, but it's like they live in the water plane, so it's an actual thing. You can't just destroy it.
Okay.
However, I was like, yes, do it, but it's not going to destroy it. You'll have to find out what happens, but it will be beneficial to the party. And what I basically had it do was like hold, like, she cast it and she held it in place. And as long as she held her concentration, the water elemental couldn't attack. And it really helped. There were 2 water elementals. It was down to 1, and the other aboleth spawn, and it worked. Like, she
okay.
I also gave her an inspiration because I thought it was such a creative use of a power. And as long as people are thinking out of the box and like trying to, you know, make it different, make it fun, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. Like, see, this is why I, to an extent, find it so hard to subscribe to other DMs, because as much as I respect the wanting to stick by the rules, listen, I have my sprinkle ADHD and my sprinkle tism. Like, I do, and I crave my structure, but I thrive in chaos. So the fact that there's people who choose to follow follow the rules as written. I respect that, and we're gonna go by that. But you're gonna have to hand feed me a little bit because I do like it simply does not compute. I will follow
Mhm.
steps, but that shit does not compute for me. While we're while we're playing with you, my experience playing on your games, it's like, all right, this is where we're at, this is where we're going, this is the result that we need to achieve. Can I blah, whatever my question might be? Can I do this specific thing in order to get here? Yes, no, elaborate. Uh okay, you let's say that you say yes, and then I ask, so what do I need? In order to achieve that, what do I need to do? And you're like, all right, well, give me, like, what's your dexterity? This much. All right, roll and tell me what you get. And I'm like, all right, sure. Like, I don't know what I'm fucking doing. You tell me that I can. You
It's
are telling me that I can just spread my freaking wings and try my hardest and
mm,
maybe succeed. I will do that.
as long as the players aren't like, I think for me is power gaming to a point where it like breaks the game. I'm
Mhm.
like, do whatever you want. Like the question is like, can I sharpshoot the big bad evil guy through the head and have the session be over? I mean, yes, but it's not gonna one shot kill. Nothing one shot kills in D&D. But if it's like, can I sharpshoot the chandelier in front with my unloaded crossbow by doing this, that, and this, and being creative and whatever, I'll be like, yes, be creative. I will guide you with different rules to make it fun and make it make sense within some sort of rule context. As long the rule of cool for me is the most important part of D&D. People
And
need to
you've
feel
mentioned
epic.
this.
Yes, it's just, why would you take away someone's epic moment? I don't understand. Make it make
I don't
sense.
get it. Like, I can't. Because
And again, sorry, we need to clarify. Not shitting on people who played rules as written. We're not. We,
at all.
as long as that person isn't gatekeeping, because that's another thing that should be addressed now that we're talking about how we prefer to play, is it's all valid. Let people play how they want to play. You can play with your rules. I can play with my shenanigans. And if you just want to tell me that's not real D&D, then sure. I mean, you can use your words. They don't mean anything, but yeah.
Oh man, like, I don't know. Again, I have full on respect, full on respect for whomever chooses to play with things the way that they are written and not veering off of that. Because at the end of the day, you know what? If you're just starting out, that's the only thing you've got to
Mhm.
guide you. Once you know how to do these things, once you know how to play, you can veer off and do whatever you want and create
Whatever you
the
want.
worlds however you choose to create them. You need to have a foundation. So I get that and I respect that. You need to have a
Mhm.
foundation in order to be able to build properly. But
Mhm.
at the end of the day, all of these games are world building and world
Yes.
exploring scenarios.
Yes.
So, like, why would you, if we have, how do I put this, if the Sims have cheat codes and some players choose to play with the Sims as is with no cheat codes and no mods
Mhm.
and have a wonderful time like that, and then you have your other players who choose to add all of the mother loads possible, me, and like whatever mods they choose to have, extreme violence, they're also having a wonderful time.
Let them.
Let them have a wonderful time. We're still all playing The Sims. We're still all playing Dungeons and Dragons. We're having the best time. Nobody should be criticizing other players' joy. If
At
it
all.
brings you joy, Marie Kondo that shit. Does it bring you joy?
Correct. Then keep it. If it
Keep
doesn't,
it.
pass it. And it's,
Exactly.
like going with my okay, so high magic with homebrew, right?
Yes, I'm
So
sorry.
in part of my world, we're playing, I've mentioned several times my West March campaign. I think I've mentioned it. I don't know. Anyway, they're currently exploring. They've heard rumors of this plant. They just refer to it as the plant. It's a giant plant that's aggressive, that has spores. I want to make a note. This was before Last of Us. I just because it's important, it makes me feel anyway. So they
How
finally
long have
started
you been
going to
playing this campaign?
since February 2022.
Okay, so
It
for
was
a
before the
year.
Last of Us. Yeah, it was before Last of Us TV show.
As
I
of
did
right
play
now,
the
as of
games.
today, yes,
Uh-huh.
yes. As of today, today is on
Uh-huh.
our time. It's the season finale of Last of
We're
Us. So
very
do not,
excited.
we're very excited. But do
I'm not gonna spoil
not come
you.
for this man with
Do
like
not come for me. Do not
like
come for me because
do not come
I
at me like that.
like when like they've been it's really funny because the plant storyline has started really taking off literally the last couple of months because it's at the southern west area and they started northeast, so you have to
Okay.
like they had to travel a lot to get to where this plant's having effect. They've seen
All
things
right.
since last year, and they're finally heading that way and whatever. And the reason I'm bringing it up when I'm talking about high magic and homebrew is because this plant infects people, turns them into mushroom people. Players, stop listening, please, please. This is I don't think we're going to be done with it yet.
Skip forward.
So
Skip forward. This is not
yeah,
the
my
episode for you.
players. This is not the players. So the thing is, I was looking through the official monsters. I was like, there has to be mushroom people. Like there has to be. There's one mushroom like race that is like CR challenge rating 2. And I'm like, this is not what I need at all. Like my players are already level 8. What I'm like, so I basically homebrewed an entire thing of how they function, how they infect. Sorry, if they can use magic. I made paladins of the plant. Like I'm not using any of the terms specifically because I know my players will not skip through it. But there's a whole thing. There's a
You
whole
rascals.
thing that I created because my story, the idea that I have for this specific scenario, does not exist in Raw. So does that mean I don't get to tell the story, or does that mean be creative and homebrew the shit out of things?
Be creative. Be creative. Be
like
creative.
One of the most fun monsters that I made was if the fungal people are here, like right up here ish, there's a green dragon, an ancient green dragon who the players know has lost its mate. And they don't know why, and it's a very aggressive female dragon. And they're like, what? Turns out, players, really, last chance, because you don't know this yet. The fungal people, I call them mycelians, they basically
Does that
took the
what
mate. Like, that's what?
Because that's what fungi are.
Yes. Yes. It's very clever. The mycelians
Back
basically
myself up.
took the dragons, and there's a
Yeah.
fucking green dragon mycelian, which is a boss that I'm really looking for because rather than shoot fire, ice, or whatever, it shoots spores that infects, and it's a whole like I have a whole thing. I'm gonna fuck them up. And I'm very excited for it. Like I'm super excited for
So
it.
excited for you.
And this is why I homebrew and I play, because there is no fungal dragon. I was Googling for pictures because I was like, this isn't an original idea. I found one game that has one fungal dragon, and I was like, this concept is cool. Why is there no more? Why is there no like? Why isn't there more of this? And yeah, just that's
You
my
should commission an artist to make like.
I think I will, because I see what I wanted. Like I'm gonna on Twitter. I'm gonna post one of the maps I made for free. You guys can get it if you want, of one of the big vines. They're thick and you can walk over. They're like 40, no, they're like 30 feet, and there's gonna be, it's a battle area that I have for the dragon.
That's interesting.
Oh, looking for it. So you can see a little bit of the maps I make. You can also find me on Etsy at Joe's Gaming Store in case you need maps for your game. because I make maps and
Promote yourself.
woo, woo. Because I make maps and I really, really enjoy that part of it. All of my battles take place in like 100% created spaces just because it's fun and exciting. So
Like the way that I see it, I'm sorry,
yeah,
if the movie can homebrew, because there's
we
some
still
stuff
do.
that we've seen that
Mhm.
that is clearly not on the handbook.
Off the top of my head, George can't wild shape into owl bears, but she did. I'm cool with it. What's the
Why
problem?
the fuck not?
Owl bears are
And
the best
like
thing ever.
otherwise,
Fight.
like, come on, fight
Yeah.
us. No, don't fight me.
No, no,
I don't
not
need to.
us. Fight.
I
I'm talking to
will,
the
and I will
mm,
win.
not
But
again.
but just don't do it.
Yeah.
But if the movie can homebrew so
Mm-hmm.
that we can all collectively have a wonderful freaking time watching
Mm-hmm.
it, then you can homebrew at home.
Just yeah, let people have fun, man. Let people have
Like,
fun.
you know, tickle that creative bone of yours.
Explore, expand the
Give it a
mind.
shot. And if it sucks, hey, you tried.
I am 100%
It won't
sure that
suck because you're
it
gonna have
won't suck.
fun. It won't
Your players
suck.
are gonna enjoy your shit, man. Just give it a try. And if you need any help asking questions or whatever, I'm available on Twitter. Like I'm more than happy to give you some thoughts on any homebrew thing because I just think it's so important to squeeze out that creative juice that all players, all DMs have. I just make it balanced and make it fun, man. That's it. That's all you have to worry about.
And if at any given point you want us to talk about something specific, you can always, hit us on Twitter, send us an email, you can send us a message on Instagram as well. We'll try to get to them as we can. We are grown-ups and have responsibilities, but we will try to get back to you, you know, not
We're
in 3 to 5
doing
business days, but as
we're doing our
fast as we
best.
can. We're doing our
We're
best.
doing our best.
But yeah,
So
have fun.
yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Like, have fun, homebrew your shit, high magic, low magic it as much as you want. Christina, I've sent you an image.
Oh no.
I've sent you an image for an episode of Is That a Blank? I am going to describe this walking through the depths of a very dark and dry cave. You see and hear thumps coming to you. Brisks of dirt float off this jagged creature made of brown molten rock, humanoid shape with an angry, scowling face of jagged rocks sticking out of it. What am I?
Is that uh Magma Man? But no, I don't know. Is that a rock golem or totem? It's not a totem, but is it a rock golem?
Close. It's an earth elemental. It's an earth
Sure,
elemental. They
makes sense.
all of the different elements have their own type of elements. They
Elemental.
plot forward. Yeah, sorry, they all have their own different elements. That all of the elements have their own
You said
different
it.
types of elementals.
There we go.
And these are basically very sturdy, they're very strong, and they fight full on aggressively. They're bound to the earth realm and they're very vicious. People in
Oh,
general, earth elementals glide through rock and earth as though they were liquid and be able to like come out of different places and they can attack
oh
you
no.
quickly. It's very
I
dangerous.
don't like that mud man.
Correct.
I don't I don't like that one bit. That sounds like scary silly putty. Yeah. That hardens real quick.
Yes.
And like
It's aggressive and dangerous.
I don't like that.
At all. Well, I hope you enjoy that episode of our very aggressive uh Earth Elemental. I hope you can use it creatively in your different games. This is another episode of Is That an Owlbear, a D&D podcast. I'm DM Joe. Find me on Twitter at Joe Harrell or our socials at Owlbear Pod on Instagram, at Owlbear Pod 1 on Twitter.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitch as Crispa Contreras, and on TikTok and Twitter, there we go, as Crispa120. Again, if you want to send us an email, if you want to reach out to us, you can write to us on owlbearpod@gmail.com or through our socials, and we will try to get back to you as fast as we can.
We'll do our best. Thank you very much for listening to another one. And if this was your first one, thank you very much for checking it out. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Check out our YouTube channel. Go watch this episode there. It's fun.
Yes.
Bye.
Yes.